Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Paul Heyman has officially accepted Roman Reigns' challenge on behalf of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed for a match at WWE SummerSlam. This also means that the OTC will be teaming up with Jey Uso in a tag team match for the first time in over 4 years. Reigns recently made his return to WWE programming after being out of action since the Raw after WrestleMania 41. The OTC was put on the sidelines by Seth Rollins' faction, and he came after the heel group upon his return to the company. The former undisputed WWE Universal Champion also has the support of his brother Jey Uso in the ongoing feud, and he recently proposed that the two once again join forces to take on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker at SummerSlam. The Yeatman soon accepted his former faction member's offer. The match has now been made official as Paul Heyman recently accepted the challenge from Roman Reigns and Jey Uso on behalf of his faction members. This also means that Reigns and Jey will be teaming up as a duo for the first time in 56 months. Their last team-up was a tag match against Kevin Owens and Otis on SmackDown in December 2020. Insider speculates why WWE booked Roman Reigns in a tag match at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns was initially speculated to face Seth Rollins at SummerSlam in a singles match, but the plans seemingly changed after the latter suffered an injury. Many then wondered if the OTC would take on Braun Breaker at the biggest party of the summer, but WWE has instead booked him in a tag team match against Breaker and Bronson Reed. Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer speculated on the possible reason behind this, noting that it may have been done to protect Reigns and Breaker, as the company would not want either of them to take the pin. One of the things about making a tag that makes it better is that you can pin Bronson Reed, because if they do a singles match, you either got to do a DQ, or you got to beat Roman, which I don't think they want to do, or you got to beat Braun Breaker, which, you could do it, but I'm not sure they want to do that one right now. H/T, Ringside News. Roman Reigns has not competed in a match since his loss at WrestleMania 41. The OTC was taken out by Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins on Raw after WrestleMania. He stayed on the sidelines until a couple of weeks ago. The sun was starting its descent in Philadelphia, casting a golden hue across the Lincoln Financial Field, and the rumble of anticipation echoed off concrete, steel, and sky. This wasn't just any summer evening, it was SummerSlam night, where the fiercest rivals converge. But whispers in locker rooms and between ringside seats had shifted into thunderous roars. Roman Reigns, head of the table, was officially confirmed for the main event. Act 1, the order is given. Behind the scenes, in a hush-hushed office bathed in fluorescent light, WWE officials gathered around a glossy conference table. Papers rustled and eyes flicked toward the screen as the confirmation email pinged. Yes, Roman Reigns was locked in as the headline match. The air cracked with electricity. Calls were made, production teams reorganized, and Royal Rumble-worthy launch sequences were drafted. Across the world, fans ignited social feeds into a frenzy. Finally. Bring the title heat. Reigns must defend the Universal Championship. The internet's wildfire was unstoppable. For months, Roman had stalked the locker room like a lion, eyes locked, terming out challengers. His character, the quietly dominant titan who absorbed hate like oxygen, had peaked at WrestleMania but never seemed to release that death grip on momentum. With his match confirmed, the stage was set. SummerSlam, WWE's grandiose summer showcase, would not be complete without Reigns' presence. And not just presence, but absolutely center stage. Act 2, The Gathering Storm. Roman's journey to SummerSlam had been a narrative masterpiece. The tribal chief had overcome a parade of challengers, decimated foes with spear and guillotine, and carved his legend deeper into WWE lore. But in recent weeks, a challenger had stepped forward with conviction, someone who matched Reigns blow for blow, charisma for charisma. Cue Seth freakin' Rollins, a former champion, vainly hungry to reclaim glory. Their paths destined to intersect again. First, Rollins cut promos dripping with venom. You think you're unstoppable? You haven't danced with the devil yet. Roman countered with controlled calm, family, respect, dominance. Tension, intricate and layered, built not in a single moment, but crescendoed over weeks. SummerSlam was their valet, the backdrop to settle unfinished business. And on that scorching Philadelphia night, hours before the Icon's entrance, the arena thrummed with expectancy, pyro rigs, pyro-proof contracts, and pyro-flagged fan signs bearing bold "Eura. Cheers!" Act 3, Roman's entrance, a triumphant return. Lights dimmed. A low drum began. Pyro boomed. Massive screen in the sky. D.J. The audience swallowed, remembering. Then, D.E.N. and a roar. Bloodline's entrance theme roared, heavy, South Roads grit crowned with island descendant flair. Tribal Chief's entourage, solo or with Solo Sikoa now, emerged, shedding a calm threat that licked the atmosphere like molten lava. And then, Roman Reigns. Security perfectly dialed, shining championship on shoulders, sunglasses hiding keen eyes. Not here to be loved, here to be respected. Atop ramp, he paused, posed, exuded dominance. He pocketed those shades for a moment, and Philly paused, collectively inhaled. He drew them into his world, prowling before the ring like a judge delivering verdict. The match was official. Q Rollins' entrance, swooping in under neon spikes, selling rally versus stoic power. The ring was ready, the chessboard set. Act 4, The Wrestling's World. The bell rang. Roman's opening stare-down laid groundwork. Few words. Many intents. Rollins fled to the mat, mechanic nerve shimmering at first strike. Both titans circled, probing. Soon, Roman landed Urna. A stiff blow across shoulder. Rollins stumbled, hopped off ropes, the crowd rocketing balance between Roman and Seth. Momentum slid back and forth. Rollins gained speed, body artistry with slingshots and dives. Reigns, imposing counter. Guile, muscle, refusal to yield. Mid-match, we hit spectacle. Reigns caught Rollins in mid-air for spear, but Rollins rolled through, landing behind. He soared in with a frog splash. 2 count. Philly erupted louder. Roman looked less furious than determined. He stalked Rollins like stalking prey. Rollins responded with a superkick that wobbled Roman. For a fleeting heartbeat, the challenger cracked, raised both arms, as if SummerSlam could turn. Enter interference? Not now. The match was rooted in pure power and storytelling. Each near fall was a shovel digging a deeper crater of tension. Act 5, Close Quarters, Fierce Drama. Late match, bodies heated. Roman leans at 90 degrees, chest heaving, Rollins locks in curb stomp position. Roman sidesteps. Rollins counters with snap D. Reigns sells near fall, one-handed thrust onto chest. He kicks back, rolling elbow, mirror image of the tribal chief pose. Then. Spear. Bone crunching. Roman covers, 1. 2. Kick out. 2.9. Philly squeals. Not even the scoreboard can believe it. Roman reboots. Evidence of wear on both men, shoulders redden, chests glistening, legs shaking. Roman picks Rollins, Giltron of God, bridging pin technique. 2 count again. Seth manages kick out. Reigns locks, hoists. Spinebuster. Crowd foghorns in approval. Act 6, Submission, drama breaks. Roman maneuvers Rollins onto mat. He isolates an arm, the injured limb from earlier dive. He pulls back, wrenching. The ringside commentators chant Tribal Chief. Tribal Chief. The challenger writhes. Roman flips him onto stomach. The ring creaks beneath swirling tension. Roman drops to one knee. He whispers into Rollins' ear. Is it threat? Is it respect? The camera's tight. Roman's jaw worming. Rollins stares up, defiant. Roman positions for at least one final spear. Rollins senses it. He scrambles on back, uses the ropes for leverage, attempts curb stomp again. Roman anticipates, shifts the hold to guillotine choke. He squeezes, Rollins ducks, tries again. Crowd chanting SETH. SETH. But Roman holds firm, chin tucked, legs anchored. Rollins struggles near ropes. Roman shoves him center ring, pressure builds. Rollins taps. Taps. The ref checks shoulders pinned. Wait. He taps on the mat, submission. 3 seconds. It's done. Roman releases, leans over, breath catching with the triumphant howl reserved for a conqueror. Act 7, Aftermath, the legacy deepens. The arena practically cracks under the weight of applause, boos, and cries of adulation. Roman's music hits once more while he rises, championship raised high. Composure cracks, one brief exhale that speaks volumes. Respect for his fallen competitor, respect for the challenge that pushed him. Reigns holds the title with heavy tenure, but this moment? This clinches the dominance. Behind him, the tribal chief clan emerges, eye contact, shared pride. Rollins rolls out, grits his teeth. He nods, not beaten, but humbled. Future? Always present. Maybe next time. Fans hover between Roman and "Thank you, Seth" chants. Contractors hustle. Pyro. Confetti. Announcement voice echoes, "Here's your winner, still Universal Champion, and head of the table, Roman Reigns." Epilogue, signaling tomorrow's storm. Later, backstage, Roman, the Universal Champion, Tribal Chief, centerpiece of WWE, stood silent in a room drenched in shadow and adrenaline. He looked at the title, at his reflection. That painful line between joy and obsession flickered in his eyes. He had defended with authority, but he also acknowledged the escalation. Seth had come inches from uprooting his kingdom. That vulnerability, Roman pondered, isn't weakness, it's opportunity. For challengers, future wars. For Roman himself, what would he do next? In the distance, a soft tap. Solo Sikoa entered. Roman nodded. The message was unspoken: this bond, this title, this company, they were one and the same. SummerSlam 2025 would be remembered not just for a match, but for a principle reaffirmed. Dominance is earned nightly, and Roman Reigns? He remains head of the table. Creative afterward. This narrative aims to paint not just the match, its pinpointed action and chi, but the emotional undercurrents, power versus pride, legacy versus ambition, dominance versus defiance. From that momentous confirmation, where schedule becomes prophecy, to bone-rattling combat and the quiet exhale of the battlefield's end, we witness storytelling that rivals the ring's physicality. Imagine yourself in that stadium, sweat mixing with applause, each near fall synchronized with heartbeat. That's the magic WWE delivers, and Roman Reigns' SummerSlam confirmation is just another epic page in its saga. I hope you enjoyed this creative deep dive into Roman Reigns' confirmed main event match at SummerSlam. If you'd like tweaks, alternate rival scenarios, or backstage promos added, just say the word.